Hello, hello, hello everyone. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to my Facebook Live. Let me pull you guys up over here and share. Give you guys a couple minutes to hop on here. How are you guys doing? Hi, Donna. This Facebook Live is for you tonight. Let me just post this here. Hi, Diane. How are you? Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys had a happy Tuesday. I'm so happy I'm here. I apologize for last week. I have a crown which is coming in. They had to make my crown. And meanwhile, I have a temporary crown in my mouth. And it had fallen out, and I thought I broke my tooth, and I called the dentist, and everything's good. I'm just waiting for the permanent crown to come in, so everything's good now. So it wasn't an emergency as far as I wasn't able to. I figured I would point you guys down, not even focus on my face, but then I couldn't even speak right. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna have to cancel. But it's all good now. We're back. So I have a really fun fold card tonight. It's Donna, you asked me if I could had a video or whatever, so or do a Facebook Live on it. So this is for you. I sent Donna, who is my downline, I sent her a birthday card. Hi, Carrie. And it was I don't even know what they're called. I call it like a triple fun fold. And she had asked how to make it, or, you know, how I made it or whatever. So I figured I would show it in this Facebook Live because she's one of my regulars that watches all the time. So I know she'd see it. And plus I know you guys will enjoy it. So, but before we get going on that, just sending you guys out a reminder that Saleabration is ending Thursday. So if there's any more free items that you guys want, you want more of this or whatever, you want to get those orders in, use the current host code, which I will, when I point you guys down, I'll show you that. Plus it'll be in the link of the video. The host code this month, I am giving away a prize, or not a prize, but a gift. I'm giving away a gift. No card class this month, but you guys will get a special gift from me with any purchases this month using my current host code. Again, Saleabration ends on Thursday. There's two items that I just looked on our site about an hour ago. The sheep dies are gone, and the bedazzled paper is gone. The bedazzled paper has been gone for a while. That was really popular. But those two are gone, and I think over the next couple of days you're going to start seeing things drop off of there because people are going to get their last minute items in and get some more freebies. So, and then also my card classes, I actually have them both done for October. So I'll be sharing them with you guys. I have one that starts October 1st, and then the other one will start October 16th. And I did have to charge a little more if you're going to buy them outright because postage is going up and everything else is going up. So, Diane, you got 10 packages. Well, there's where all the bedazzled paper went to. It's at Diane's house. That paper is so pretty. I love that paper. It's gorgeous. I probably have about 6 or so of that, maybe. I don't know. But, man, that paper was pretty. So I have to, if you guys want to buy my card classes outright, you can. They're $18 now. That includes shipping. So you just have to let me know that you want to purchase one of my card classes. Let me know which one, and I will send you out an invoice, and then you can just go ahead, pay the invoice, and then I'll ship you out the card class. My card classes are offered usually every 2 weeks. I offer a new one. Sometimes I mix it up. I'll throw in a free gift, or, you know, sometimes I'll do something different. But, Donna, you know where Diane lives. That's funny. So you can take and make any kind of purchase wherever you, hi Amy, welcome. On my website, any kind of purchase will get you a free card class. You just have to use the host code that's tied in with that card class, and then I will send that out to you. My card classes, there's 6 cards, 3 different designs. I always use a stamp set that coordinates with, you know, the paper and everything that I'm doing. You don't have to purchase the stamp set. If you don't have that stamp set, it's just one that you don't want to add to your collection. My card kits are pretty simplistic, so pretty simple. I don't know what that word was. Pretty simple, and you can use any stamp set that you own, and you can make my card classes however which way you want. I send the materials to you guys, and you know, like I said, you can tweak them and do whatever you want. But the stamp set that I use, or the dies, or whatever I use to coordinate, they coordinate very well with the materials I'm sending you. So you'll get, like I said, you'll get 6 materials to make 6 cards, 3 different designs. You'll get all of the embellishments, cardstock, whatever you need to make them. You won't get any stamped images. Of course, none of the dies or stamp set or anything like that. But you can purchase those, and you won't get any adhesives or anything like that either. But you'll get a PDF from me, which lists all the materials used to make those cards. It'll also list any measurements, and it will also give you a video link, so you have a private video tutorial. That my card classes are private, and the only way you can get them is either buying them from me or making a purchase online. So so that's that about my card classes. Let me see. Yes, Deb, they are there. You can switch out the stamps. They're so versatile. My card classes are really, I don't know, I like them. Of course, I like them. I designed them, but I think everybody who has bought them or gotten them in the past really enjoys them. So, yeah, Carrie, you need a new stamp set. You put chickens on everything. I love the chicken. It's super cute, but you need more variety. So that's all my spiel I want to give you guys. But I want to just make you guys aware that Saleabration is ending soon, so get your orders in. So I'm going to flip you guys down and show you guys the super cute card that I'm making today. Again, you guys need to thank Donna for this one, because she's the one who had asked about it, and I said, you know what, that's awesome. Then I don't really have to think about what I want to do for my Facebook Live. So there's a little host code that I was telling you guys about. That one right now is linked to a free gift this month, and this is only good until Thursday. So if you go shopping, you use this host code, I'll send you some goodies in the mail. So here is the card. So it's a Halloween card, and I mean, you can do any kind of design you want, but I figured being that Halloween is right around the corner, plus I'm using Clever Cats, which is in my card class October 1st. So, but check out this card. It's super cute. Watch. So when I open it, it's got these 3 little flippy flaps. Flippy flaps. I like saying that. So it's super easy, really fun to do. So I'll show you guys how to make it. You guys are going to be like, oh my gosh, that's so easy to create. So I love it. I love interactive cards and cards that do things. So, and my son was in my room, craft room, earlier, and he was playing with this, and he's like, this is fun, Mom. So, I'm gonna show you guys how we make this one. It's super cute. I love it. It's so easy, Deb. You're gonna just flip out at how easy it is. So let me go ahead, and I have all the materials pre-cut, pre-scored, all that happy stuff. So what you're gonna need is a piece of cardstock. So I'm using, wow, I can't think of the name of this. Oh my goodness, what is the name of this? Why am I, pumpkin pie. I'm using pumpkin pie cardstock here to make this. Let me just move you guys in. And I cut this at, oh dear, I've lost all my measurements. They will be in the description of the video, but let me just, I think I have them pulled up over here. Yeah, there we go. So this is cut 10.5 by 5.5. So we're going to score this. That's why I have my little scoring tool out. So let me see, make sure you guys can see the scoring tool. Yes, you can. So we're gonna need the arm opened on our, not scoring tool, our paper trimmer. I love this paper trimmer. It is just awesome. I love how the arm just kind of nestles in that little spot, and then when you need it, you can open it up. And it has a scoring blade, or it has a blade and it has the scoring tool on it. So the scoring tool is the lighter, I call it crumb cake. And the cutting blade is soft suede. I refer to all colors by Stampin' Up names. I just, every time I see a color now, I say, oh, that's whatever. So with this piece, we're gonna do 3 different score lines. So I found that when you score this, if let me back up a little. When you score this, there's 3 different score lines. So there's 6 1/4, 5 1/4, and 4 1/4. But I found that if you score it at 6 1/4, 5 1/4, and 4 1/4, for some reason, your card base is off a little. So when you fold it and do the folds, you're gonna have a little bit of the card base hanging off. So you'd have to trim that, which is so bizarre because I'm gonna show you guys, this seems to work every time. So we're gonna score at 5 1/4. So remember to use the scoring blade. Can you guys see that? I don't know. Kind of, sort of, not really. Yeah, I guess you guys can see it. So we're gonna score at 5 1/4, score. So score it once. Then you're gonna slide it down to 4 1/4. Then we're gonna score it there. And then if you take this, you turn it and then score it at 4 1/4 again. For some reason, by turning it, your card base is going to line up perfectly. So I don't know what the deal is with it. I don't know if it's because that 6 1/4 is kind of in the cracks over here. It just throws it off just a tiny bit. So I found, like I said, you score it at 5 1/4, 4 1/4, and then spin it around and score it at 4 1/4 again. You'll be good to go. So that's it for the scoring. And I'll leave that in the link of the video. So now what you're gonna do is, I'm gonna bring in my bone folder and we're gonna just fold this card. I'm just gonna make sure I fold it really well. Okay, so you have your card. So you want to, nope, you want to do it this way, I think. Let me see. I got to do it first to see. Yes. So you want it to look like an M. So see how that looks like an M? So that's what you want it to do. You want it to, when you fold it, it'll look like an M. So just like that. And then I'm going to take my bone folder again and give it a good crease. So that's how the card base will look. And again, you can use any color. You don't have to use the colors I'm using, but, and I found that the what do you call it there? The thick whisper white, if you're gonna do whisper white, or not whisper white, basic white, you wanna do the thick basic white. Just our regular basic white is a little thinner, and I just found that the thick one works better. So I've already pre-cut everything, but let's do all our stamping so I can show you. So this stamp set that I am using is called Clever Cats. This stamp set is so stinking cute. I've been using it a lot and playing with it a lot. And again, like I said, it is my card class for October. So you have all these awesome little things. A couple of things in here drive me nuts. This little guy here, it took me forever. I had to call Stampin' Up to confirm. This goes on the inside, the shadow for the inside of the box. But if you guys can see, there's 2 little like pieces out of it. So when you stamp it in, it leaves like a white, I think it's supposed to be like shadowing, like the light hitting it. I don't know, it drives me nuts. I can't, I have to have the whole box filled in. Same thing with the pumpkin. This is the shadow for the pumpkin, but when you stamp the pumpkin over it, or the solid over the pumpkin, it leaves part of the pumpkin white. So again, I believe it's for shadowing, you know, give it that shadowing effect, but I can't handle that. So I have to color it in. So on here, you'll see I stamped out the cat with the box, and I actually used Stampin' Blends to color that in. But if you didn't want to and wanted to save a step, you could use that stamp to do the shadowing. So let me pull out all the pieces that we're gonna stamp on. So you're gonna need 3 pieces of basic white, which these are measured. Let me pull this up over here. These are measured out at 1.5 by 3 3/4, and then you're going to need another piece. This is a square, and it is measured 2 3/4 by 2 3/4, and then that's what we're going to do all our stamping on. You're also going to need 3 pieces of basic black, and these are measured out at 1 3/4 by 4, and then, and again, don't worry about the measurements. I'm going to leave it all in the link of this video. You're also going to need a piece of the designer series paper. This is Cute Halloween, and this is cut at 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. So this paper, if you guys, I think I showed you guys this paper the last video or one of the videos, but this paper is so stinking cute. Diane, I'm sorry. Did I buy one that you don't have? I'm sorry. This paper is so stinking cute. There are so many cute elements to it, or pieces to it. So you have really Halloween style on one side, and then on the other side is very generic. I mean, it's still got Halloween colors, but you can use this, well, most of it. Like this one says boo, but a lot of it you can use on other projects, like this one here. You've got the polka dot. So really super cute paper. It's 6 by 6, that's the size it is. So I'm using this as the designer series paper today. And then I also have 2 more pieces of that. This is cut 5 1/4 by 4. So let's do our stamping. So I love this. The stamp set does not come with any dies, and it doesn't come with a punch, so it's all stamping. So this is fun because you get to use most of the stamps in this set. So I've got a couple of colors that I'm stamping with. My dogs are barking again. I'm sorry if you guys can hear them. They're always barking when I do my Facebook Live. I think they're mad at me. So let's go ahead and get some Stampin' blocks out here. So I'm going to we're going to stamp out that cat in the cardboard box. He's so cute. Memento ink. And then this little cat is going to get stamped on this square. And I kind of stamped him off to the left-hand side. I just love him. He's so cute. And then, well, we have the Memento ink out. There's a couple of sentiments in here. I really liked the, my tail says it's the twitching hour. So I'm going to send these out to my niece and nephew. I think they'll really get a kick out of these cards. So this here, I'm going to ink it up in the Memento. And then I'm just going to stamp this right off to the side here, off to the right. So that is done. We're going to color that later, but that's it for our stamping. And then these guys here, these are your 3 inside panels. So I went ahead and I went and just took a bunch of the stamps out of here. There's a broom, which, let me find the broom right here. So there's this broom. I'm going to stamp that out. I'm going to stamp that in crumb cake. Let's see, where did I put my crumb cake? Right here. So the only ink colors I'm using is mostly Memento, but then I am using Crumb Cake and I am using Gorgeous Grape. So I'm just going to ink up this broom. And I'm going to stamp this on one of these panels down towards the bottom. So that's it for Crumb Cake. So I'm going to just close that up so I don't put my arm in it. Diane, I'm sure you have other stamp sets that you could recreate this with that you don't need this Halloween set. But it's so cute. These cats are so cute. And I mean, yeah, it's got some Halloween stuff in here, but you could use these cats, you know, all year round if you wanted to. So cute. So in here, there's this little cat peeking. It's like a little cat head peeking. So I took him and I lined him up on this broom. I'm going to try not to get my head in there. Let's see. Hopefully that's good. Ooh, that's perfect. Look at that. So and what's nice, because these are photopolymer, you can see right through them. So you can pretty much line them up perfectly. It's a lot harder when there's a camera in your blocking your head. So, and then with this one, there is this Have a Perfect Halloween. So I'm going to stamp that again with the Memento, and I'm just going to stamp that just over here. So this guy's done, so we're going to set that aside. And then let's bring in, I have my simple chamois off to the side here. I'm wiping all my stamps as I'm putting them away in case you guys are wondering. So this one, I'm going to stamp out the pumpkin. So I'm just stamping the outline of the pumpkin. And this pumpkin, I kind of stamped right in the center. I love when you get a stamp set and you can use pretty much all the stamps on one project. All right, so now there is, in this stamp set, there's this tiny little spider with a little spider web. So I've got the spider web. I'm going to ink that up with the Memento, and I'm going to stamp it down on both sides here. I pressed a little hard on them. That's why it looks that way. It's hard with that one because it's so little. So I went a little too hard and I kind of blurred it out, but that's okay. And then this is the only time I think a spider is cute. This little guy is so cute. So he's going to go at the bottom of the spider web here. He is cute. You guys got to admit, this little guy is super cute, but I cannot stand spiders, but he's super cute. Yeah, but it's a cute spider. Look at how cute he is. And he won't bite you. Diane said she won't buy it because it has a spider on it. So that's it stamping for that one. This one we're going to color that pumpkin later, but I want to get all our stamping done. And then this last piece, so in there, there is a witch's hat. Let's see. That's going to be stamped out in Gorgeous Grape. So let me bring in the Gorgeous Grape. So this is going to go right in the center of this last piece here. I think I stamped it too low. That's all right. So that's all that I did for the Gorgeous Grape. So let me put that away so I don't put my arm in it. And then there's this Happy Halloween, or no, It's Halloween. So this is going to go, on the other card I put it on the bottom, but I don't think I have enough room, so I'll just put it on the top. And then the last thing, there are 2 bats in here. So I used the larger bat. There's a small one and a larger. I mean, it's not real big, but there's a even smaller one in here. So you can use either one, but I used the bigger bat there. So I'm inking that up in the Memento. One on one side and one on the other. Oh, that's a little crooked. That's all right. And that is it for our stamping. So let me go ahead and put our Memento away. You guys ever put your arm in an ink pad? Yeah, the cats are so cute too. Yeah, I'm not a fan of spiders. Spiders, spiders, spiders. I don't like really any bugs. Not a fan of any bugs. All right, so let's bring in our pumpkin piece and our cute little cat in the box. So I chose to color these in with Stampin' Blend. So I have crumb cake. I have the light and dark for the crumb cake. I'm going to color the box of the cat that the cat's in light crumb cake. And I'm just going to go... I'm using the marker tip. There's 2 tips to these Stampin' Blends. There's a marker tip and there is a paintbrush style tip. So the marker tip is really good for smaller areas, and the paintbrush tip is much better for larger areas. And you just want to be careful when you're coloring with these, because if you go too close to the edge, they can bleed, and they could bleed outside the edge of your project. So I have the dark crumb cake, and all I'm going to do is kind of color in there in between the 2 lids, and then kind of just put a little shading there. And that's all I did for that. So that's done. And then another tip with these guys is make sure there's something underneath your surface when coloring, because they will leak through, and they can leak through to whatever is underneath. So I have light pumpkin pie, and I'm going to color this in with the light pumpkin pie. I also found that when you're stamping, sometimes the Memento takes a bit to dry, and if you get... I don't know if it's impatient or you want to get your card done and you start coloring, if you go into the black, it can smear sometimes. So I try, whenever I have anything stamped in Memento, I try to just stay within the white parts of it instead of coloring the whole thing. So... do you guys like your Stampin' Blends? I know a couple of you guys on here do have them, and you do love them. They've turned me into a colorer. I love to color, but before the Stampin' Blends, my coloring was not anything to write home about. And I find that these Stampin' Blends can make anybody a great coloring artist, I guess. They are one of those items that will not last forever. When you use them, you know, you will have to replace them, especially the ones that you love the most and use the most. But it's not like you have to replace them every week. I mean, I'm going on some of these Stampin' Blends that I've had for over 2 years now. But I do notice if I use one a lot, like, and I mean a lot, because I do a lot of crafting, then you do end up, you would have to replace it. So that's it to coloring and all our stamping. So now we're gonna assemble this super cute card. So let me bring in my Stampin' Seal. So this little guy here, this is from the Scalloped Contour dies. They coordinate with the Color and Contour stamp set. I love these dies. They're awesome dies. You don't need the stamp set. You can purchase the dies just separately, but they do have the flowers here that cut out with this stamp set. So you cut this flower out and you can cut this flower out. So I always try to buy the coordinating stamp sets with the dies. And then they have this awesome scalloped piece here that you can use. And these dies are so pretty. So I've used this die, and I've used, I think it was that die. I don't know where it is. Yes, right here. So, yep. So it's the largest die, and then this guy here. And this, so we're going to do the outside of the card first. So before, I think, yeah, I don't want to put it on wrong. There's this piece of designer series paper that I have pre-cut. This is going to layer right on the inside of that. So, and when you cut this, you just want to make sure your designs are going the right way. So I have my pumpkins and cats, and I have them going this way instead of, like, you know, gluing it on so it looks all wonky. And this fits nicely inside that scalloped frame. I love these frames. And then this, I'm just gonna put some Stampin' Seal on it, and then that's just gonna line up right on the front of your card. So that totally screams Halloween, right? And then where's our cat? This guy here, same thing, Stampin' Seal. And then I kind of just lined him up along the edge here. I want to have some of those pumpkins visible, I think. Yeah, I think that's good right there. So that's it to the front. So now if we open it up on the inside, I'm going to put these guys on first before we do our little flaps. You can leave these blank if you wanted to. I didn't want to. So I have two pieces of the DSP, and what's nice about this card is it's still a 5.5 by 4¼ size card. So I'm just going to layer that there. Layer this here. This goes on this side. And then you have your little flap here. So let's slide this out of the way. Let's get these all on our basic black. These I'm just gonna glue on with the Stampin' Seal. Oops. And then the last one here. So now you can decide where you want to place these. So with these, what you want to do first is you want to decide on how wide or how far apart you want them. I think I'm going to put I think I'm going to do it the same, because if I'm giving it to my niece and my nephew, and if one is different than the other, so this is how I'm going to line them up. So what you're going to do is, I'm going to fold this flap in, so you see this little flap here. Butt these two together, these two pieces, fold this down, and then I'm just going to line them up in here just to make sure you have enough clearance. You don't want to put them too close together. So it's just a little space to kind of play with. So what you're going to do is on this piece here, we're going to put adhesive on this side. Not all the way down, just 2 strips is all that I did, because this is going to go right on here. And you don't want any more adhesive. I'm going to pull that up a little bit. You don't want any of the adhesive to interfere down here. So you just want to, 2 strips is all you need, as long as they're close together. This guy here, you're going to flip this over, because this is going to be your center one. And let's see, I'm going to lay it out first, because that's what I have to do. This is going to go here on this side of the fold. So it'll go like this. So you're going to put your adhesive on here, 2 strips. And you're going to make sure that you have enough clearance through there. It's just a little thin amount of clearance. So there you go. You got your 2 pieces here. And then the other one's going to go like we did with the cat up here. 2 strips. And then you're going to line that up right to that bend. And then you are done. So if one trick that you guys can do is you can stick your adhesive on and push them down lightly, because then if they're off, then you can readjust them before you actually, you know, put them on completely. And then once they're fine, then just make sure you press them down. So this here, I cut this out so I have a little place to write. So I'm just going to put that right there. And that's going to give me my little spot to sign it from their Auntie T. That's what they call me, Aunt TT. And I'll put it right there, I guess. And then you have your little spot to write. And then there's your card. Isn't that so cute how it works? I love that. So that's it. And like I said, it's still a 5.5 by 4 size, or 5.5 by 4 1/4 size card. So you can still mail it in a regular envelope. So that is, and you know, you can use any set. You don't have to do Halloween. I just thought that would be cute for my niece and nephew, because they love cards that interact. So there it is. So I hope you guys liked tonight's little, let me flip you guys up here. Hope you guys liked the card tonight. And again, that was thanks to Donna. She gave me the idea, and thank you, Donna, because sometimes I have a hard time thinking of stuff to do. But I will leave all the measurements for that card in the link of the video, all the information that you need to recreate the card. Super easy, simple. You guys seen how simple it was. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and look out Friday for my new card class that's going to drop. So it's going to be the clever cat. Say that 5 times fast. Thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. And I look forward to next Tuesday, same place, same time, and we'll do some crafting together again. And let's see if I can remember how to